I feel like I should get a beverage for this thing that I'm about to share with you guys today. Is it ever too early for a beverage? You know, that saying it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Just get into it, girl. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Behind the Silver Line. I know it's been a long break. Today's video, I'm just going to be answering a particular question that I've been getting on Instagram. Again, welcome back. Thank you guys for still hanging around, sticking around, and believing in the project. You guys already know what this channel is made for. I just wanted to make sure that if I'm going to create content for you guys, it's something that is worth saying. A lot of times if I'm not passionate about a project, or if I am not really feeling something, the energy wise, I won't do it. That's probably why you haven't received more content from me, is because of that. You know, it is what it is. I'm here now, so let's talk. So one question that I've been asked a lot about is, one is, where is Baby Boo? And another is, are you and Baby Boo still talking? Or still friends? I'm going to address that question in this video today, and I'm going to also probably take the time to, you know, give you guys a little tea on some things that got me to a conclusion with her. I think I want to say that the last video that I gave you guys, I was just living in my moment. I purchased my house. Baby Boo and I didn't really speak much during the move out. It was just really hard for her. I think it was harder for her than it was for me, because I feel like I had already made up my mind a while back that I was done. And then for her, I think that it's possible that maybe she still thought that, and I actually thought that we were actually going to see each other outside of the home, you know, outside of the house that we shared, the apartment that we shared together. I was the one who told her that I was open to dating even outside the home, but of course the way things just panned out, it didn't work out that way. Maybe a month or so after I had moved out, Baby and I got to talking a little bit on the phone. We didn't talk about like getting back together or anything. It was more, sometimes we'll skip into memory lane, and sometimes we'll just talk about different things that's going on in our lives. I was hopeful that we could probably have a friendship even outside of our breakup, because I've known her for such a long time. She's my longest ever relationship, so I thought, okay, maybe we can try doing some kind of friendship. So we talk on the phone. The conversations were good. Once in a while it gets a little nasty, because you know the finger pointing starts and the nastiness starts, but for the most part they were good conversations. And during the summer of 2019, I saw her I want to say twice, because we still shared some mutual friends. All right, and when it came down to our mutual friends, a lot of them felt like they had to pick sides, which it tends to happen when you have mutual friends. The group that we had as friends was a group of 4 girls, 2 couples actually. Out of the 4 girls altogether, one I felt like had my back or had my side, and the other 3 pretty much took Baby Boo's side. So we saw each other during the summer of 2019 because we had mutual friends. And one thing that happened, and I'm going to actually go into a little bit of detail because I want you guys to understand how I came up with my conclusion as to where we are now. This was sometime in, I want to say, late July, early August. I was invited to a Jamaican street festival. I think it could have been Jamaica's Independence Day. I'm finding out a little later that it was. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, I went out there, and of course, Baby Boo showed up later. And something happened that really struck me that day. So Baby Boo has this so-called girl that she was talking to. I knew about the girl because Baby Boo told me about the girl when we had conversations. She let me know that, you know, she's sort of kind of talking to the girl. She's not really sure, but they're in this kind of like, you know, stage of their, you know, friendship or relationship. I don't know. I didn't really care. I was just glad that she found somebody, because cannot say that I don't want her to be happy. You know, I've seen the girl once before, and I saw her again that day. And at some point, the girl actually came up to me and was like, hi. I actually thought it was odd the way me and her actually met, because Baby Boo never took the time to say, hey, Silverline, this is so-and-so. You know, she just kind of came up to me and said, hi. um, I don't want to say her name. Let's call her name Amber. I'm Amber. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, you don't remember me? And I was like, no, I actually did remember her from the one time we had all gone out together as a group. But I didn't want her to know that I knew anything about her. And I didn't think that, to me, I don't think that it's appropriate for her to just come up to me and introduce herself. I thought that it was more appropriate that Baby Boo did that. But you know, maybe she's just a friendly person. I don't know, it could have been a good gesture, I don't know. But it sort of was kind of odd, and I was just like, I don't remember you. She's like, oh, you don't remember me from the other day? And I said, no, I don't, I'm sorry. But you know, I was like, nice to meet you, and we were cordial. And the girl is very pretty. She's a gorgeous girl. As the day went by that day, at some point my friend volunteered me to go on stage to basically dirty wine African style. And I'm a pretty good dancer, I would say, but I don't think I'm like impress everybody in the room dancer. So she volunteered me up there because I think they asked if there were any Nigerians in the building, and she was like, yes. And then they ended up calling me on stage. So I went on stage and they wanted us to dance, and I had these really high wedge heels on. So he was like, oh girl, take off your shoes, you know, so that I can dance, because I looked like I was gonna tip over. So I ended up taking off my shoes and dancing, and you know, I can see Jerry in the crowd kind of like rowing me up, go, 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 and it was nice. And then after it was all said and done, I came off of the stage and I was trying to get my shoes back on, and I really found it difficult. I think one, because I'd been drinking, and two, I just couldn't get my shoes to zip up in the back. And Baby Boo was right in front of me, standing next to old girl and Amber. And I was like, hey, can you help me zip up my shoes? And Baby Boo looked at me like I was crazy. And then I was like, can you help me zip up my shoes? I don't know if she could hear me. And she was just like, you know, I can't do that. What? Okay. We've known each other for 5 years, or more than 5 years. We dated for 5, but we've known each other for almost 8. So I wasn't understanding how, especially if I really felt that I needed help and she was right there. And she said it again. She says, you know, I can't do that. And I think she went like this, like, suck it. And I don't know if she thought it was a joke, but I was truly, I don't know, I was offended. I took that personal, because I thought that even though we weren't together and she was obviously moving on, and I was okay with that, and it didn't matter if I was okay with it or not. She was moving on. It's fine, you know. So what's the big deal? I thought that was kind of messed up, because we've known each other for so long, and now you're gonna act like you don't know me in public. You're gonna act like we didn't speak earlier today on the phone and we talked and everything was cool, and now you don't know me in public. I didn't appreciate that. I thought that that was really fake. That was really phony. I did confront her about it, and she was just like, well, we're no longer together, and she wanted me to feel some kind of way. She was on this rant where it felt like she was hurt, and she wants me to know what it feels like to be hurt. And I was like, okay, whatever. And after that incident happened, that was, I want to say late July, early August, I stopped talking to her. We did not talk. I just thought that that's not somebody that I want to keep around if I can't even really need you and you can't really help me. Right? What are we friends for? So we actually didn't speak the rest of the year. Tried to kind of keep my distance as much as possible. And that was kind of right about the time that I fell into a slight depression. Anybody that follows me, I did mention that in my other channel. It was right about then that I felt like a lot of my friends, or people that I thought were my friends, kind of dumped me to the wayside. And that hurt my feelings, and it made me feel alone. And I kind of slumped into a slight depression. And I was able to shake myself out of it by October. And then January came around. And for anybody who doesn't know, my sister was in an incident in Thailand that required me to go out there and help. I didn't tell Baby Boo because we weren't speaking. Of course, because we had mutual friends, and one of the mutual friends was still following me on Instagram, Baby Boo got to find out about it. And a lot of people don't know this. Baby Boo and my older sister were really, really, really close. They were friends. Some days I would go over to my sister's house, and Baby Boo and my sister would be in the corner kikiing and hahing, like I wasn't in the room. When she found out that my sister was in trouble, the first thing she did was blow up my phone while I was in Thailand. I wasn't going to pick up at first because I was like, you know, no ties. But then I thought about the fact that my sister, you know, in that type of situation, any kind of healing she can get is what you give a person like that. So I picked up, we talked, she got to talk to my sister on the phone. And they, kiki and hide for a little bit, and then the phone came back to me, and she was talking to me. And during the time we were in Thailand, we talked pretty much every day or every other day. Just she would call just to check in on her. And it was cool. It was cool. I mean, again, it's like sometimes when we talk, it's as if nothing has ever happened between the both of us. For me personally, I let my guard down because I was in a very awkward situation with my sister. She just got a second chance at life, and I was thinking the same thing too, that what, life is too short, anything can happen, so make amends and keep it pushing. That was where my mindset was at, because I felt like God was trying to tell me something. Even though it was my sister's situation, I felt like God was in my presence saying, there's anything in your life you need to change it now, because tomorrow is not promised. Even after I got back from Thailand, February 5th of 2020, and Baby Boo and I actually maintained a talking conversation over the phone. We don't have issues not talking. It's only when we go in public or there are other people around that all of a sudden it seems like Baby Boo has no idea what I'm talking about or who I am. So another incident happened. Basically, the mutual friend that we have, to me, is just an acquaintance. I met her actually first out of the group, but as time went on, I noticed her being really standoffish. You can always tell when somebody's gelling with your energy and when they're not. And I realized something happened between the both of us, and our energies just stopped gelling, which again was fine. I don't ever beg anybody to be my friend. If you think I'm worth it, you will get to know me. If you don't think I'm worth it, you won't. I noticed that when I would hear anything about me from somebody else in the group, and I say, "Oh, how did you find out? Or how did you know that?" She would say, "Oh, so and so told me." The same girl. Let's call her Susie. So, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay. I know Susie don't like me. I wonder why she has my name in her mouth." Because I know how I talk about people that I don't like. I start off with, "Well, that bitch won't. That bitch this, and this bitch that." There's a way you talk about people that you don't like. So I was kind of shocked that every time Baby Boo knew something about me that I never told her personally, it came from her. And every time I posted something on Instagram, I noticed that she was looking. She was looking, and she was reporting back. Baby Boo knew when my sister was in Thailand and what happened because the girl told her. Baby Boo knew about my new girlfriend. I never told Baby Boo. She knew. Like it just to be little things. And I was like, okay, whatever. If, I do remember telling Baby Boo that I was kind of concerned about how she spoke about me. Because I knew that I wasn't her favorite person. A person who brings gist to you is probably taking your gist and taking it somewhere else. So I think that Baby Boo was concerned that she was doing the same thing with her, right? And we were both in agreement that there's a way that she carries news. We actually ended up calling her like a bone collector. So Baby Boo and I talk on the phone. Some things that I said to her that I thought were in secret or in private with her, she was taking that information and serving it up somewhere else. And I got to find out what was going on because the girl then came and approached me and sent me this really nasty, text message, basically cussing me out and then telling me that I'm not that important to be talked about. Meanwhile, she does talk about me. She said something like, out of all the 100 things you post on Instagram, I only look at one. How can you say you don't look at my page, but you know that I post about 100 things? How do you know somebody posts 100 things if you didn't know that they did? So it was all these things. She never apologized for her part. And I kind of let her know that, look, I was telling Baby Boo things in confidence because I thought that Baby Boo and I were friends. But it was in that moment that I realized that we weren't. So to answer your question, Baby Boo and I are not friends. We were not friends even in our relationship. Baby Boo and I were lovers, and there's a big difference. There's friendship within your relationship, and there's true, genuine friendship outside your relationship. We didn't get together because we wanted to be friends. We got together because we both found each other attractive and we wanted to do this. I remember the first day I saw that girl, the one thing I thought about, I looked at her lips and I said, "Ooh, I wonder if she eats good pussy." You don't say that about your friends. Me and her have never been friends, and we had some level of care in the relationship, but we were never friends. So at first I was kind of like disappointed that we couldn't be friends, but it's like we were never friends anytime. There was no time that we were ever friends. I think that's what I'm looking for in my new relationship. I'm looking for friendship. I want somebody who sees me beyond just being their lover. I want them to see me as a person that they can care about for real, for real. There are things friends will understand that your lover will never understand. I need that out of my partner, So um it's just unfortunate that I feel like I was trying to be a true friend to her in our relationship and even outside of the relationship. And she couldn't give me that back because she was busy trying to hurt me throughout the whole process. The girl that we shared as mutual friends, I blocked her on my Instagram because I don't need her in my business like that. It's just so disappointing that a lot of people going to these relationship settings only give in friendship because they're in a relationship. And after the relationship is done, they don't know you. I mean, that's 8 years, 8 years of, two people that you can never get back. And again, if I had to live this life all over again, the only thing I would change is probably the amount of time that I spent with her. I probably would have ended the relationship at 3 years in. I think 5 years was pushing it. Those last 2 years were really, really difficult for us. I think we just kept trying to, like I said before, squeeze in a round object in a square hole. I'm disappointed, but I think understanding that we are not friends helps me understand why she did that to me. So Baby and I are not friends. I don't know where she is. I don't know what she's doing. I don't care to know anything else about her or what she got going on. It's none of my business. I have a new relationship that I need to work on. I need to work on myself. I have goals. I have plans for the new year. Not 2020 because 2020 is canceled, but but in 2021 I have plans, and I don't have time to sit up here chasing down friends or pretending to be anybody's friend who doesn't want to be my friend. So basically, that's it. I hope that answers your questions. If you guys have a suggestion on any other videos that you would want to see from me, please let me know down in the comment section. I've missed you guys. I love you guys, and thank you guys for watching. Mwah.